What's going on, everybody? MrHappyDrew here with another Minecraft series I'm going to put on YouTube and stream on Twitch. This intro is going to be a bit long, so please stay with me. I just got some things I want to get off my chest slash let you all be informed about. The first being, I'm going to be playing this on hardcore, which is not like me at all. I die a lot in games, and if you know of anything in me, I will. If there is lava, I will fall on it. If there is a high place, I will fall from it. And if there are mobs, I will be surrounded by them and eaten by them. So I generally die quite a lot, and it's to people's amusement. So I figure play hardcore, and we will attempt, in quotes, attempt survive as long as we can. If this episode series, whatever you want to call this, only ends up being 1 to 1.5 episodes, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how bad I am at this game. So we will see how long this lasts. First off, it's a it's a fun thing. Second off, the reason why I'm not going to go back and play my other Let's Play world is because it's back in that I was actually looking at it. That was back in about 3 years ago, and it was in 113. Current patch I'm playing right now is 116.5, and that's back in like 113.4, I think, or 113.3. I'm not quite sure which one, but I just don't. How do I put this in words here? I don't want to spoil that world. And there's a lot of fun things that came out since the last time I played. Like the oceans came out. Like this new cool armor that came out. This above diamond armor. I don't know. I know it comes from the Nether stuff, but I'm not quite sure where you even get that in the Nether. I just know you get it from Nether, I think. And all these like cool mobs and interactions are new, and I want to play them, and I want to get in them. I want to play with you guys and see what's going on. So we're gonna go and start a new thing. And I didn't want to go from that one and update it because that world had a lot of mechanics that don't work anymore. For instance, my village breeder won't work. The various farms I had built, those mechanics do not work anymore, and I didn't want to update that world and just have everything that I had built in that world fall apart. I'm not going to delete the world, and I might go back to it and play in it again, but probably not. I just don't have the heart to go back and destroy like 80 to 90% of all the work I did in it just to salvage it in some way. And there's a lot of chunks and stuff that won't load the new stuff that was added to the game, so I didn't want to have to worry about that sort of thing. Now, I am starting this series in February of 2021, late February, and I say this because in mid 2021 is when Mojang or Minecraft or whatever whoever makes the game said that they were going to come out with 117. Now, 117 has a lot of neat features. One of those features is that they lowered the world generation. That's what we call it, by 64, I think. So it goes from 0 to negative 64, and then they added another 64 to the roof. So they added 128 more building block area, which is pretty neat. I like it. Like it a lot. They also are adding caves and coal, not coal, copper, and cool candle looking things and moss blocks and interesting ways that these caves are going to generate, and new ore, not ores, but new stuff. New stuff's coming. Amethyst, I don't even know what that is. It looks cool, interesting. But I want to update to that, but I can't because this series is going to be hard locked in 116. Because I don't want to go and have to go with this series and delete chunks to load those cool assets into the world, and I don't want to go and have to update to it and have to go into find chunks I haven't explored yet to get those find those cool fun things just so I can bring them back to my not my base, but like the area that I'm building in. So this depending on how they are planning on transitioning this from 116 to 117 in terms of world generation, It will be how I decide if I'm going to continue this series once 117 is released. Once 117 is released, most likely will not be doing like a cave builds unless I get like totally inspired to do a cave build. Nothing's like popping up my brain to want to do that, so I'm not going to probably do that. Anyways, long story short, that's where I'm kind of at right now, and I want to play with you guys for the next 14 months. Not 14 months, 4 months, 4 or 5 months, whenever till they will release 117 in hardcore. Let's see how long it lasts. It might last the whole time. It might last 2 months, and then I get cocky and walk into the Nether without a fire resistance potion, and I fall in lava and I die, and then that's the end of the series, and I have to delete the whole thing. And that might happen. Or I might be fighting the Ender Dragon, have all my cool armor and stuff, and get knocked off. And then Ender Pearl, but my Ender Pearl goes into the void, and I go into the void with it, and that's possible. I don't know what's going to happen, and that's what's fun about this. It's going to be interesting. I'm not good mechanically. I'm not even the best builder. So good luck to us, and stay around for the fun. And that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. It's games. It's not here to be serious. We're here to have some fun and get good. You know. I did have 3 data packs that I always play with, and those are these right here. As you can see, I have a Shulker Shell one, a Ender Dragon one, and an Anti-Enderman Griefing one. The Shulker Shells because once you kill the Shulker, I feel like you should get the whole Shulker box, and it's really disappointing when you come back from the end and you have an odd number of Shulker Shells, and you go, and you make all of your shulker boxes, and you go, I've got one shell left. Well, I'll put this in my ender chest inside of a shulker box, and then I'll get to this eventually, and I'll go back to the end, and I'll, you know, get that one extra shell. But that never happens. Like, you never go back. Or when you do go back, you get another odd one again, and it just the same situation happens. So 2 shells dropping at once, it's gonna happen. I want it. Ender Dragon dropping Elytra. The reason why I get this is because I think killing the Ender Dragon should be more of a reward than unlocking the end cities. Those are nice, but I think it should be more of a reward, and I think you should get something out of killing the dragon, and the Elytra is a perfect material that I think you should get out of it. Reason being, I think lore-wise, this is not confirmed, this is me personally, lore-wise, it makes sense that the Elytra is made out of dragon wings. Like, you killed the dragon, you're harvesting the wings off this dragon, cutting up the meat, eating it at your victory party. That's why there's no meat. And you're getting these wings off of it, and you're like, what am I going to do with this webbing? And you're like, wait a minute, I can make a glider with this. So that's where I think the Elytra comes from. So that's where I'm going to get an Elytra every time I kill an Ender Dragon, which I'm going to be killing a lot of them. Ooh, we'll see if I kill a lot of them. Let's see if I can survive one, and then we'll talk about more than that. And then the anti-Enderman griefing is because I'm planning in this series and in most series, I don't like it when they take a block, whatever block that means, grass or whatever it is, drop a block. And the reason why is because I'm going to be in this series, I'm going to be going for my villager, I want to make a villager town in a swamp. I want to make like a village, like a fishing town sort of situation. And if I finish that and I go on to another thing, I will go past that. And I will go build like another town close by and other things like that. But my main goal for this series is to have a quad witch hut, which we'll get to this right now, which I have a set seed for. And the set seed, I'll give you a link to the guy's YouTube channel that I found this from in the description below. He's got about 15 to 20 seeds on there. I took one of these seeds, and it looked pretty nice when I went over in creative. All 4 of the witch huts were there in this edition, and then the placement of the Guardian Temple looked good. So it's a quad witch hut, and it's got a Guardian Temple there. I had this on my other Let's Play world, but I never was able to do anything with it, so that's why I'm going to be going back to this sort of design, same sort of situation again. So my whole goal for this series, like I said, is to get those witch huts looking cool, like get a structure around them. I want to make this thing, that's why I named this Hardcore Decor, is because I'm not focusing so much on the redstone. I'm not focusing so much on the efficiency of the farms. I want to focus on the decor. I want to get better at building buildings. I'm pretty okay with building buildings. I want to get better at decorating buildings. I want to get better at making buildings look cool. There's a lot of blocks I can play with now. There's a lot more color schemes. There's a lot more textures to build with in Minecraft now, and I want to get in there. I want to get in there and figure stuff out and then go, oh, I don't want that color. I like this color. Step back for a couple times, change it, go back, whatever I'm doing. I'm planning on building a villager thing on this thing. We'll see how we go. I went over the data pack with you guys, the reason why I'm using these guys. I went over the set seed. I'm just making sure I'm going over everything I went with you. Name of the thing. And let's get started. Let's generate the world. And creating the world here. And I will meet up with you when this is finished. So talk to you guys soon.